And when you hear that sound, you know you just entered into the shop. Hold up. Yes, Lord. Another beautiful day in the shop. When you hear that sound, you know you're locked inside the shop with your boy Big Gavo. And I have a very special guest with me in the shop today. I'm going to let him introduce himself.
Amen.
But I need you to tell the people who I'm sitting here with.
Okay. Wayne, Willmatic Beats, man, creative out of Columbus, Georgia. Hey, man, I do a little bit of everything, man. Produce, now rap, graphic design.
Okay.
Website creator.
Okay.
Hey, look, man, I do a little bit of everything, man.
Okay, so you said Wayne?
Yeah, man.
That's how you gonna introduce yourself. So when
I said Willmatic Beats.
Okay, I was about to say. So when I ask you who is Willmatic Beats?
Okay.
Who is Willmatic Beats?
Hey, man.
What do you have to say about
Willmatic Beats, man? A true creator at heart, man. I try not to box myself in.
Okay.
You know, I got a lot of creative friends, man. So they tell me, look, man, stop just calling yourself a producer. Stop just calling yourself this. Man, you do a lot, man. So you got to start, you know what I'm saying, standing on that. So Willmatic Beats, yeah, Beats is in the name because that's where it started. But we far from that, man. We done branched out.
We definitely branched out.
I didn't glossed over it, man. Free Coast Records, man, got, you know, two amazing artists.
Okay.
You know, under the umbrella, man, of Free Coast Records, man. So like I said, we doing a lot, bro.
So you just said more than a mouthful. I'm not sure where to start. All right. I'm not sure where to start. So Free Coast Records.
Okay.
That belongs to you.
Yes.
What is Free Coast Records? Who is Free Coast Records?
Okay. Man, Free Coast Records is a safe space for creators, man. Not only in the city, you know, it started with not only myself but some other great artists around the city, and then the whole mission was to branch out because the whole idea of Coast was we can't just stay here. You know what I mean? So we branched out, man. We grabbed some producers from Europe.
Okay,
we got some producers from.
So how did you get in touch with
social media, bro?
Really?
Social media, man.
The power of a hashtag?
Hey, man, power of a hashtag, but also, man, just you'll be surprised at how many like groups there is out there for doing like the same things that you're doing. So like the producer community is strong. Yes, it's a competition at the end of the day, but we do sit there and we do scheme and plot on how we can all come up together. Okay. So me just so happened to be put into one of these groups on Instagram randomly, networking, bro. You know what I mean? It could be something as simple as, man, where you get that drum kit from, man? You know what I'm saying? Them drums knocking. And as simple as that, them conversations start, and you start really getting to know these people on a personal level, bro. And, you know, getting to know them and telling them what my vision is. And then, you know, once they start talking about the things that they're going through, a lot of times we found that our vision aligned. You know what I mean? So, like I say, you creating real connections with real people, man. Not only producers, but rappers, other graphic designers, and we fostering these real relationships, bro. And you know, once you do that, it's all organic.
And that's what I was about to say. But just on the other spectrum is the authenticity.
Right.
It sounds like it's undeniable. Really.
Okay.
You know, it sounds like it's undeniable. So, Free Coast Records, you are CEO, you are owner.
Yes.
Let's talk. You have two artists that's currently.
2 artists, 1 producer.
Okay, 2 artists and 1 producer. Okay,
right.
Congratulations, sir.
Appreciate it.
Hold on, we're gonna have to clap it up one more time.
Clap.
Okay, we're gonna
hey, hold that down. Too much clapping.
We're gonna keep going. So the reason you're here today is because you yourself have now taken on the artist role.
Yes.
Outside of being behind and producing said instrumentals or beats or what have you.
Right.
What pushed you to get into that life?
I mean, honestly, bro, I was always writing, man. I just didn't, you know, growing up, I just never really had the passion to rap. I was always around it. You know, brothers dibbled and dabbled in it, man. I had homeboys who were doing it. And, you know, and some were successful, you know, whatever your definition of success is. But I was always writing, man. But it was more so poetry. It was more so just freestyle writing. And honestly, bro, it came to one of them times where one of those conversations late night, probably after a pod with EJ and Gumbo, and we just discussing, bro. And it's like, look, man, I think I actually want to lay some of these down one day. One of them supposed to be, I'm gonna holler at you, for next Thursday for the pod. Turned into a real conversation, bro, and it was like, yo, it should be Scatterbrain. That was EJ's idea.
Really?
You know what I mean? He came up with that name. I don't know where it came from, but he came up with it. And
for those who don't know, Scatterbrain is the reason for the season right now. That's the reason why Mr. Willmatic Beats himself is here.
Right.
Because this project is on the way. Soon on the way.
Right.
When he came up with that name, did you all have already discuss your angle as far as your angle with wanting to push mental health awareness?
Honestly, he had already heard or read some of the things that I was writing about, man, just, whether it's on my phone or on a notepad or whatever. And so the angle was already there. We just didn't necessarily have a name to call it yet.
Okay.
So once he kind of threw the name, it was like, man, I think that's it. You know what I mean? And the Scatterbrain sessions began. So it was a lot of, it was a lot of difficult times, honestly, recording, because me being and I know somebody gonna kill me.
Go ahead.
Producer first.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And
okay.
Like I said, I know they don't like me putting myself in that box, but I just know that's where home was first.
Okay.
It was hard.
And you felt comfortable.
It took me a while to get comfortable, because I wanted to revert back to, man, I just want to make beats, bro. I ain't trying to be sitting down trying to come over with no hook. Hey, you know what I mean? Like, that ain't even what I do, bro. I write, I get in and I get out, and I go back to what I do. I go back to my wheelhouse. So it was a lot of times where it was like, yeah, bro, I don't know about this. You know what I mean? Like, I lead a rapper to my guys, you know what I'm saying? J King, Rez.
Shout out my boy J King.
Right,
Shout
I lead a rapper to them,
Rez.
man. I just keep making the beats.
So okay, hold on. You did you read my notes?
I didn't read.
Okay, because you trying to jump the gun on me.
My bad.
Now.
My bad, brother.
Okay, so musical inspirations.
Okay.
When and how, where did you find yourself first falling in love with music?
With music, bro, around the house, man. My pops was playing. It's crazy because I grew up in Columbus, so I grew up in the South, but I grew up hearing West Coast music.
Really? Your family from the West Coast?
Nah, my dad from Forest Park.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right.
I mean, but it was one of them things to where that's what he was listening to. He was listening to Ice Cube. He was listening to Dre. He was listening to Too Short. You know what I mean? So I was hearing that growing up. And honestly, bro, that's where the love for music came from. It's like, so a lot of my early, editions of beats, I wanted to sound like that.
We wanted to sound
even
like
though
fresh off the plane at LAX.
Hey, man, fresh off with some chunks on.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But in reality, I was going to school and I was hearing Jeezy. I was hearing Gucci. I was hearing T.I. I was hearing Wayne.
Trap.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was just this weird dynamic, because, like I said, I'll be at home hearing this, and I'd be at school and they talking about the new tape that just dropped from one of them.
Yeah.
So it was just a combination of both things.
So with where you at now in music, who would you say is probably providing you some of your most recent inspiration?
Most recent inspiration, man.
Or keeping you motivated, keeping you juiced, like keeping you interested,
Keeping me interested, man. It's probably somebody of the likes of Conway, bro. Conway the Machine.
Really?
You know what I mean? I look, that made you ear. I know. New York. I know you ain't from Buffalo, but I understand it's still a New York love there. Man.
Yeah, he is from Buffalo.
Yeah, look
shout out Conway.
Look how you acting, man.
Shout out Conway. Go ahead.
But but on a more personal level though, like I said, my partners, man. I know I can't play no garbage for the likes of Tada. You know what I mean? Because he gonna tell me about myself.
He
gonna tell me about myself.
He's definitely gonna tell you about yourself.
He gonna tell me like, look, bro, you know what I'm saying? I understand what you was doing, but it ain't that. You know what I mean? So
he's gonna make it sound like, he gonna make it sound even worse.
Right. Yeah. Gumbo gonna tell me, and Gumbo
shout out my evil twin.
Right. Gumbo, you know what I'm saying? His rap career isn't that long. But Gumbo raps at a very high level, so I know, just like Tie-Dye, he gonna tell me about myself. Like, You know what I'm saying? He probably be a little more gentle with it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
definitely gumbo
But he
too.
definitely gonna tell me like, hey,
Yeah,
look,
look,
you know, it's
not
all right.
safe on the
You
register.
know,
So with that, so now how embedded into music are you?
bro, deeply, bro. Like it's honestly, bro. It's been times where it's like, that's what I'm waking up for. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, if my day don't begin with music, whether it's my own or me just throwing on a instrumental,
Right.
like my day begins and ends that way.
So let's say let's get to the recording process for a Scattered Brain.
Okay.
Okay, take us there. What was your favorite song to record?
Favorite song to record, man. Honestly, it's probably was it's a record on Scatterbrain called SAM or Sing About Me.
Okay,
That song is about my great grandmother passed away from cancer.
may she rest in peace.
Hey man, I appreciate it, brother. But you know, I know that's a sensitive topic for a lot of people because we all have dealt with that. You know, losing a loved one. But a lot of us have lost loved ones to cancer. You know what I mean? So that was one of them songs where it was hard to write, but it felt necessary.
If you felt fulfilled,
Yeah, man.
making it happen.
Especially when I was able to play it for the likes of my mom, you know, my other grandmas, you know, and was able to play it for them and just to see their reaction. It was like, okay, I did the right thing.
Okay.
I did it justice.
Okay, yeah. So mental health.
Okay.
That is a conversation that a lot of people are dancing around today.
Right.
A lot of people are acknowledging today.
Yes.
Where do you stand with mental health?
Man, it's an important part, bro. I don't think I really realized how important it was until post-military.
You were enlisted in the military?
Right. I was in the Army.
I did not know that.
Yeah, man. A lot of well, some folks know, but a lot of folks don't really know that.
We appreciate you
what I
for
mean?
your service.
I appreciate you, brother. But you know, I think it really came from that, seeing what that did to some of my friends and how they was dealing and reacting to some of the things that we had, you know, seen, dealt with, and everybody, you know, deals with and process them things kind of, you know, they process it differently. But for me, it was the first time where I kind of was like to self-reflect and identify, like, okay, maybe something a little off. You know what I mean? And maybe there are some things I need to address. And who do I address those things with? So for me, man, I had never known anybody to go to therapy or to seek a counselor.
It's not, and see, that's a thing. Like, I'm not sure if it's like it could be. I don't want to be embarrassed. I don't want people. You know, I feel like if we made it a more common, a more comfortable conversation,
Right.
people seek help sooner.
You know, and I think we coming around to a place where maybe that'll be the case. It's just gonna be a forever trying to just knock the stigma, bro. At the end of the day, mental health is health. So the same way you would go, man, my knee bothering me.
Right.
You know what I mean, man? I don't know why my back hurt me like this. It's the same thing, bro. You just going to see about yourself. That's it. You don't know those doctors you going to see either for your back and your knee.
No, you don't. So, with wanting to push that mental health awareness,
Right.
and tell me how that aligns with Scattered Brain.
Man, the undertones are layered throughout it, bro, because not only am I speaking on my real life experiences, I'm speaking from a point that's vague enough to where the average listener can hear it and they can pick up on these things and they be like, man, I identify with that. Or I felt similar feelings.
So, can you tell us? Is there any certain like mental health disorders that you're speaking on throughout the album that you might not be calling out verbatim, but you know, like you said, in the vagueness. So, is it like, are you speaking on PTSD? Are you speaking bipolar
anxiety.
disorder?
So I mean,
anxiety.
you know, I might say something like, you know, the walls are caving in, and a lot of folks who deal with stuff like anxiety, the walls are not physically caving in, but that's what it feels like. You know what I mean? It feels like whatever space you in is tightening up. You know what I mean? And it can get a little cloudy sometimes. So, you know, I might be speaking vaguely enough for that to where when you hear it, you know what that is.
I think a lot of people deal with anxiety more than they would like to acknowledge,
Right.
or not really acknowledge it, like not knowing that all your life this is what you've been dealing with is anxiety. That's what
Right.
that is.
Right.
You know,
A lot of folks don't have a name. They ain't have a name to put on it. They, like you said, they've been feeling